Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing the next 5 stages, stages 37 to 41 of the absolutely enormous fan home release of Build the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. Now if you think what we built so far is big, and that's just the this area of the glove here, and obviously checking that out with size there, this thing is absolutely massive. You haven't seen nothing yet because the box that this came in was absolutely ginormous. We've got some really big pieces to do. But in that box, we also got a free gift. Check this out. And this is the Infinity Gauntlet, Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. Now, if I just open this, I haven't actually opened this yet. This is actually the same scale as the Iron Man that we built from Fan Home, funny enough. So let me get this open. And I can tell you straight away, this is really heavy. This is solid. I don't think this is hollow at all inside. But that is looking just like that. It has got little rubber stamps at the bottom, so you're not going to scratch anything. But that is one of the free gifts you get. And compared to my hand, as you can see, it is a big old thing. Now I can see I'm going to be using my head a lot in this one, just so you can get an idea of size, because it's really hard to tell you size. I mean, that doesn't look too big there, but if I was to bring that up, as you can see, that's how big this actually is. So I'm hoping that will portray these stages that we've got here, how big they actually are. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description, and there's also a QR code on the screen. But you folks in America, this is coming to an end. I don't believe they may have already been finished out there, or that you may have to the 19th of January to actually start this collection. But it is what it is, unfortunately. But I hope you can live through me while I build this absolutely massive gauntlet, and I'm going to jump straight into it. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So, starting off stage 37, here is the magazine. Let's have a flick through. Looking like this, and as you can see, we're going to do the centre of the forearm. So we've got another massive plate here, which we're going to be joining around here. By the look of it though, we're not actually doing anything. We're actually just going to keep that part together. It is eventually going to go with this part here. But I will finish showing you the magazine, and we will just take a look at that part. So that's the rest of the magazine. And this is stage 37. So let me get this open. And that is what that's looking like. So again, another absolutely massive piece that we've got here. Let's move on to the next stage. In stage 38 here, flicking through the magazine one more time, and I'm guessing we're still working on that section. We're going to do the centre of the forearm. Again, we've got this large piece here. We have got some screws. We are going to screw these two parts together. As a matter of fact, we're screwing all 3 of these parts together, so this is going to get even bigger. So by the end, it's looking just like that. And again, if I continue going through the magazine, that's stage 38. And this is the part for stage 38. Again, looking just like that. We do have these black screws. So let's lay this out. So in this piece that's labelled A60 here, we've got these 3 lugs here. They're going to be going into these 3 holes, 1, 2 and 3. So when I put this on, I'm just going to line this up. It's going to fit flush in there, just like that. But we are going to be screwing that into place. And I am using my PH1 screwdriver for this into these holes here. And we're going to need 3 screws to get this nice and tight. The second one just goes into this hole here. And the last one just down the bottom here. So, lovely bit of detailing. Needless to say, this is all complete metal. Even this is massively heavy. Okay, we're going to be adding the other piece to this now. So for this other side now that we've got these holes here, which are just going to go into the holes just here. So it's just a case of lining these up. So that fits in like that. Look how big this is. And I'm going to put 3 screws into the holes here. I can't help but laughing. Obviously, I think the biggest build that we've done was either the Bismarck, the Millennium Falcon, or the Ecto-1. But This one ain't too far from those. If anything, it's probably the biggest one we've done. And you know the only way I'm going to be able to tell you about size, check that out. Now remember, you've seen the size of the hand. This is just for like this area here. So, massive. But that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 39 here, let's flick through the magazine. We are going to continue working on this section, as you can see here. We got the centre of the forearm, another piece of brass here, and it looks like we've got a mounting plate. So we're going to be putting this into position and screwing that in. We're not actually using the mounting plate in this stage, but it looks like we have got a lot of stuff for the bases, actually mounting plate. It's the base that we're actually building in the next few stages. So again, I'm just going to continue working through the end to the magazine, and that is stage 39, I believe. I didn't even think that this could be a base. I thought it was like a mounting plate or something, but no, it's interesting that we're coming up to halfway through the build and we are starting to build the base. So we know we don't use the base piece in this stage. I'll put that to one side. Bring over this part of the gauntlet again, and then I'm going to be putting this section that we've just got in this one, again fully metal, just over the top to provide that bottom detail there. Turning this over, once again this is going to be held in with the black screws. So one in here and one just in the other side here. So once again, that's how that's looking. That's all there is to do in that stage. So I don't know what we're actually going to be doing in stage 40 and 41, because I know that these pieces are base pieces. Oh, we do still have a little bit of bronze as well. So we've got a bit of the base here that I'm guessing we're just keeping to one side, but we are going to put that little bit of brass in just onto the bottom section there. So it's looking like that. And again, I'll continue flicking through the magazine. That's stage 40. And again, a massive piece of base here. And again, that's just one section of the base. You can imagine how big this base is going to be. Open up this part of the gauntlet here. Now, the way this goes on, if you look at this lug just there, we've got a hole in this one that we want to make sure goes over the top of that, and it will line up the rest of these onto this point here. Now, this is going to be screwed in just with the black screws. We're going to be putting 3 screws into these holes here. Now, we'll take a little bit of bending and pushing, but I'll put one in here, so I've just got this one here to put in. When that's on, it should look like that, and that's all there is to do in that stage. So in the last stage of this pack, we've got stage 41. I'm guessing we've got the other side of the bottom of the gauntlet there. Yep, which we're going to be putting in. And of course, we've got another piece of the base. So again, this is the rest of the magazine. Looking like that. Again, there's the piece of the base. And just like we did last time, in a very similar way, this is going to be going onto this side here. So again, it's just a case of lining everything up. This actually overlaps on top of this piece here. And when that's done, it looks like that. I'm out of breath because I can't feel my hands. The amount of screwing and to try and bend that into place to get every single one of them screws in, pretty crazy. So let's try and figure out how the glove goes on. So it gives you an idea of how big this thing is. Now, it's really heavy, but it's kind of going to go on like that. It's absolutely big, isn't it? I need to put it down. That is ginormous, absolutely massive. And once again, I challenge you to see how many cinnamons of massive, big, ginormous, gargantuan is in this video. Once again, if you do want to get this for yourself, there is a link in the video description. And remember, folks in the US, this is ending soon. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.